got the right bitch. No lefty, walking my truth, don't fuck with my step team. Crawl for you, walk, run it, catch me, got a sharp tongue, spit. A Jordan Neely update. We're going to do a quick Jordan Neely update, honey. Trigger warning, honey. This is a Black Lives Matter issue. We will be talking about crazy crackers. Trigger warning, crazy cracker, trigger warning. Now, for all who don't know, for all who are new here, this is the young man whose life was taken in the subway by the crazy ex-Marine who seemed to literally be getting away with murder because, of course, his father was a chief investigator for the NYPD. Daniel Penny. Well, honey, I ain't gonna hold you, baby. Daniel had got arrested or whatever, and Daniel has gotten charged. We haven't gotten the charge that we want, but we have gotten a charge nonetheless, honey. Daniel has been charged with manslaughter. Ooh, child. You know, don't get me talking too much. Y'all don't, child, we can't spend too much time on this crazy long-nosed cracker because Lord knows, honey, I'd like 5 minutes alone in a room with Daniel. I ain't crazy. I know he's an ex-motherfucking Marine. I want him to still be handcuffed while we in that room alone, honey. Daniel, I'll show you some things that I learned on the street. We can have a nice conversation, honey. We can talk about the violence, baby. But, honey, if that ain't enough, baby, honey, baby. It's people out here caping for Daniel. People out here caping for Daniel. I want to show y'all something else before we get into that video. I want y'all to be very aware of how people out here caping for Daniel. Keep in mind that Daniel is the one who took this child's life. Daniel was upset because this child was hungry and hollering and screaming on the New York subway. Now, when this thing happened, it was a lot of us pro-blacks. It was a lot of us social justice advocates. It was a lot of us commentators. A lot of us content creators. We were saying people hoop and holler in New York all the time. That is not no excuse for you to be trying to take nobody's life. Honey, you didn't give it to him. Why is you trying to take it from him? I just want y'all to compare the numbers real quick. This is the last update I saw. I think Jordan's GoFundMe has raised a little more. Again, Jordan is the one pictured here. Jordan had raised a little more than $125,000. I think it was like closer to $200,000. But don't quote me, because the link to Jordan's GoFundMe is in the description of this video. You can very well click on it. You can very well, have it sitting until you finish the video. And you could go donate, even if it's only 50 cents, 25 cents, whatever, because I'm a broke bitch and that's the type of shit I do. Donate 25 cents, 50 cents here. Because clearly somebody is donating to Daniel's. This is for Daniel's legal fund. Daniel has already raised over $2 million for his legal fund, even though his father is already, NYPD. And I'm sure, you know how they do, you know how they get down, honey. I'm sure Big Danny will need to have his hands all in this case, baby. I'm praying for Jordan's family, for Jordan's loved ones, honey. baby. I don't know, maybe because I came from a small town, but the least we could do is feed each other. New York, like, what is going on? Y'all population has decreased so much since the pandemic, and y'all still a fucking mess. My Lord. Pray for New York, Jesus. More people hollering on the subway. But, you know, when it ain't black people, hollering on the subway, you know, somehow when it ain't black people hollering on the subway, somehow they seem to make it off the subway alive. Now, I want you to see an example.
That's because you act like a nigga.
Oh, Lord. This video wants y'all to see it before I'm ready. But I just want y'all to see a quick example of, you know, people hollering on the subway who are not black men, and how the locals respond. Pay close attention to how the locals respond. Make sure you do that now, because they are hot ass mess.
That's because you act like a nigger, B-boy. Alright? You act like a nigger, B-boy. I said to stay the fuck away from me. I said it!
Hey, would you mind lowering your voice?
I wasn't talking to you, alright? Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Whether you're a woman or not.
That's because nigger, B-boy.
Y'all got into the remix? Nigga, B-boy. Get into this. Get into what happens. She's an Asian woman, you know, but they're very Caucasian adjacent, as we spoke of earlier. Look, politely taps her on the shoulder. Can you quiet down? Can you quiet down, ma'am? Yes, I know that you're verbally assaulting people on the like literally verbally assaulting a specific person and calling them racial slurs. But could you please just quiet down a little bit? No kick, no punch, you know, no thrust, you know, no tap on the head, you know, no, definitely no chokehold. Child, if somebody don't get me the fuck out of America, I'm going to end up running into one of these crazy ass people. And y'all know what's going to happen to me, don't you? Excuse me. I just be so regular in front of y'all. Y'all ain't used to that, huh? Y'all still used to people pretending to not be human in front of y'all on the internet. Cause get me out of here, cause honey, since we done gave a brief update on Jordan, we might as well give a brief update on this. Oh, stale, saltine bitch. Honey, he got a better hairline than a lot of white men, though. I don't want to give him no motherfucker. This is the one who shot young Ralph Yarl. Oh, the young boy pictured here in the green. I didn't give y'all an update on this case. Some of y'all might already be familiar with this update, so we're going to keep it pushing, you know, but old cracker face, cracker ass cracker, trifling cracker that then shot that boy, that cracker. His grandson spoke out. Yeah, grandson spoke out. I don't know if y'all saw these teas. Let me bring it up a little higher for y'all to see the top of the screen. I'm not sure if y'all seen when Don, yeah, you know this is old because you know Don is unemployed. But I'm not sure if y'all seen when Don did have a regular job. I'm not sure if y'all seen when Don had interviewed the grandson, but if you haven't seen it, here goes the highlights.
What was your reaction when you heard that your grandfather shot Ralph Yarl for ringing his doorbell?
I was disgusted. I thought it was terrible. Myself and my family stand with Ralph Yarl and seeking justice. This is a horrible tragedy. It never should have happened. This country happens over and over again where people get away with killing unarmed, innocent Black people, and I would have had the same energy for any other case like I've had over and over again in this country, like I said. But so it's the right thing to do. People need to speak out and not make any excuses for this kind of behavior and this violence.
Do you believe your grandfather is racist?
I believe he holds racist tendencies and beliefs.
Why do you say that?
He's just a stock American Christian male. It's older, that's just how they are. It's the conspiracies and weird random racist things they say, and it doesn't make sense, but they're just scared.
You said older Christian white males, but what do you mean by that? What do you mean they're scared? Talk to me more, please.
It's just I feel like a lot of people of that generation are caught up in this 24-hour news cycle of fear and paranoia perpetuated by some other news stations. And he was fully into that, sit and watch Fox News all day, every day, blaring in his living room. And I think that stuff really kind of reinforces this negative view of minority groups and leads people to be it doesn't necessarily lead people to be racist, but it reinforces and galvanizes racist people. A lot of it was the kind of QAnon level conspiracies about election denying, and then they got really weird with some Fauci dogs. I really didn't know what that meant, but I would push back on some of this stuff, and he couldn't handle being pushed back on. And at a certain point, we kind of lost touch, and I think it was more of his choice than mine. I had a really hot take about abortion and how something about Black women getting abortions, and I didn't know what he was talking about, but I said, I don't really want to talk to you about this anymore. This is racist and it's dumb, so let's move on. And I pushed back, and he didn't like that either at the time.
Did your grandfather have a gun or more weapons in the house?
The guns were all over. He had them stashed in some spots and had a big locker full of them. But yeah, he was ready to defend his home, as he would say. I feel like in the last 5 or 6 years, it's really ramped up. He was a huge Trump supporter, and between that and then the galvanizing that people have been feeling lately with politicians and ideologues co-signing, violence and domestic violence, domestic terrorism, and even pardoning people who murder other people for differing political beliefs. I feel like all that stuff has really ramped up his beliefs and radicalized him a little bit.